Hey Fish Fam, this is Nikachu, Merfolk Master, and today we are going back to 2X Modern. That's right, the modern format, no ban list, but you can't play 4X of any particular card. Everything is a 2 of. That is what 2X Modern is all about. The inconsistency, it makes the power level not so strong because you're not facing these powerful cards as nearly as often, and the synergy is just not there as it used to be. Yeah, and a lot of people are very curious about it, and if you want to see more gameplay, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Before we get into our deck tech, we're going to thank our sponsor, themanabase.com, and with content, podcasts, videos, and more on standard, modern, commander, and more, the Manabase is your home base for everything Magic the Gathering. So I have a new challenger, Sky Spider. You can find her at Sky Spider on YouTube and Twitch. She said she wants to play some 2X Modern against me. She's intrigued with the format. I agree. A lot of people are also very curious about, what on earth is this format about? How does this 2X card limit change the whole dynamic of Modern? And so far we haven't seen anything completely broken or busted, especially from any of the banned cards. That hasn't happened yet. So we're gonna have a match today. It's gonna be very interesting. This is my deck, and of course, if you don't know what 2X Modern is, it's basically Modern, no ban list, but you are restricted to only 2X of every single card. So I cannot play 4 copies of anything. This does 2 things. First, it reduces the consistency of the synergy, or of any of the powerful cards. You know what? Mox Opal as 2X? Probably fair. Krark-Clan Ironworks is only 2X in a deck? Probably fair. Is it worth banning? Is it worth banning Splinter Twin? If you can only have 2 copies, you can't play 4? And that's the point. But the second reason is that you double the quantity of cards in the marketplace. So you don't need to have, you don't need to own 4 Cavern of Souls. You don't need to own 4 Force of Negations. You only need to collect 2. So that increase, people are asking for reprints. Well, the fastest way to reprint anything is just limit how many you need personally for your eternal play. So that's the point of the format. And a lot of people say, oh, Merfolk's not playable. You're going to change all the archetypes. They basically get killed off. You don't have any playables. I don't think that's true. And so anyway, the point of this is to show that, there's a lot of things you can fill in. We have plenty of playables, and I think every archetype has a bunch of playables in the toolbox. So anyway, yeah, this is my build. Let's get into our games. So we lost the die roll. Ugh. Hand is a little bit awkward. It's fine. I just cannot play the Benthic Biomancer, and because we gotta play the Fairy Conclave on turn 1. That's a bit. You know what? If we draw another land, this hand will be great, because then we go turn 1 Biomancer, turn 2 something. So I think we can still keep. At this moment, I still have no idea what we're up against. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. One way or another, it should be interesting. 2X Modern is always exciting. Oh, planes. So we're gonna see. We are gonna see humans. We are gonna see humans. Now I really. Whatever. I'm just gonna play the Fairy Conclave first. So this is going to be a pretty bad start, because we're probably going to get wailed on by this champion a little bit. Ideally, I would love to play turn 1 Dismember, and if I'm going to take damage, at least I take 4 damage instead of 2 to 3 damage. Like if we see a Thales Lieutenant, Champion of the Parish is going to attack for 3. Another Champion of the Parish. Well, now what are we going to do? I really need to curve out. Oh, but she's stuck on lands. All right, so that's some good news. It's still a lot of damage. It's more damage than I want. Oh, no, she's not stuck on lands. She got the lands. So I guess more heavy on the 3 drops. Okay, we're curving out. Okay, that's some good news. I guess play Benthic Biomancer. Pass. I'm concerned about Reflector Mage. Because the hand is still, overall pretty clunky. I don't have any, tempo plays in this hand. Oh, that's interesting. Lava Brink Venturer. Whenever the battlefield choose odd or even. Has protection from each converted mana cost of that value. Okay. Chose even. You somehow have to block this thing. That's the plan. So I'm going to take 6 damage here because we're going to dismember this for sure. Well, here's an interesting thing. I can actually Phantasmal Image this and choose odd. So that's probably going to be our play. And I can block this. I can block this. I have protection from Reflector Mage. That actually seems like a very reasonable play to make here. Okay. And now this could also reset this if necessary. So we're on defense, so let's defend. We're going to choose odd. Now we have protection from odd stuff. Actually, a really good blocker, too. I have protection from you, but you don't have protection from me. That's entertaining. So this can't attack. It just cannot attack. Okay, this can bounce Benthic Biomancer, but again, protection from this. And still no good attacks. Yeah, this thing I cannot bounce this thing. Unbounceable. So like this is a free block, this is a free block, this is a free block. This is great. I would have really appreciated a land there so that I can play multiple things a turn. As it is, it appears that I cannot do that. So we will... I guess we'll play Merfolk Sovereign. It's just the best... We can suck up a lot of mana doing that, but also, like... Well, Coralhelm Commander was also a possibility, because I can pay a mana to level it up, so I'm not wasting the mana, but I'm also not really getting anywhere with that play. This is going to be interesting. I think this is very difficult to attack into, because if you make an attack, I mean, you're suiciding away a creature. I mean, you can freely attack with the Champion of the Parish, but I can also freely block. I don't think there's anything in the Humans deck. I mean, this is 2X Modern. Who knows what's in the Humans deck? Yeah, we're just going to pass back and forth. I have the ultimate blocker. This is basically True Name Nemesis. I got True Name Nemesis on the battlefield. Okay, we got Scavenger Grounds, which is not useful. Not useful at all. Okay, whatever. We can pump up our Coralhelm Commander, I guess. I'm just going to empty my hand. We can make a flying creature. We at least have some means of getting damage through. And I'm not going to do anything. Oh, we have a blockade here that I want to maintain, uphold. Trying to think what on earth in Humans can beat this card. Nothing. Oh, do you know what? I don't know if there's any red in this deck, but oh, that is vastly annoying. And going after our Coralhelm Commander. Well, we have to keep applying stuff to the battlefield or we will sort of fall behind. I can't really I can't use this for petty theft because of Thalia. If I get one more mana, it would be okay. So we're just going to keep playing creatures. I could activate this, maybe hope to draw a land. But the safe play is to just play a Benthic Biomancer and keep adding things to the battlefield. That's just the safe play. So let's make the safe. Hey, wait, I have Island Walk. Is this not an island? I have Island Walk. I'm being silly. That being said, I think I still might want to be on defense. Okay, what if this gets bounced and there's an all-out attack? I guess I can chump block with Champion of the Parish and then try to make a good, get something in good here. Like, kill off one of these things. Or any one of these things. So I have room to chump block something if I need to. And then the Lava Brink Venturer will eat up a creature. Because definitely something Sky Spider's got to start thinking, like, hey, we gotta, like, go wide here. We have to go wide. How many Reflector Mages are there going to be? Well, she cracked a Horizon land before, so I wouldn't be surprised if another Horizon land gets cracked. Okay, so... Well, that's a very interesting choice. Because I would think you crack the Horizon land first, see if you can draw something useful. I mean, maybe Aether Vial is useful. Oh ho, well, hello there! I could get another Lava Brink Venturer. And also, I can finally use this colorless mana. I mean, this is unblockable too, basically. Has protection from each converted mana cost of the chosen type. I mean, only Thalia can block at the moment. Is there like Dismember on the battlefield or something? 2 mana. You decided not to crack the Horizon land. So I could play around that by... Okay, I have a Merfolk Sovereign, so I could attack for 3, and then if somehow this thing dies to, say, Dismember or Path Exile, I can give our creature unblockable. So let's attack for another 3. Because I'm trying to decrypt the code here, and the black mana was, well, black mana was left on tap because of, what's it called? It's just a pain land. Alright, so this thing did not die. Nothing died. I'll make another Lava Brink Venturer. Nice thing about this is, you know they only can have 2 Reflector Mages. That's it. That's the maximum. Humans is in a similar shape as Merfolk. We're definitely going to be more fair. Although they could take, you know, the humans archetype can take advantage of more of these Horizon lands. Oh no! Oh, Huntmaster. Okay, I was concerned about Kessig Malcontents. I was very concerned. I mean, this is pretty bad too. This can shoot creatures. All right, so Sky Spider is empty-handed, 14 life. Maybe it's time to make a move. Maybe it's time to make a move. I've got a lot of creatures with Island Walk, and I can make Coralhelm Commander a Lord. So that would make 4, 8. This should be enough. The Hollowed Fountain has betrayed. Just leave these things behind. This is going to be for an overwhelming amount of damage. Alright, so we got game 1. Humans feels way more manageable in 2X Modern. Hey, I just realized our opponent got both Champion of the Parishes in their starting hand. Alright, so what do we want here? Did we see any green for Tidebinder Mage? Maybe nothing. Do I have anything to bring in? Actually, Mental Misstep might be okay. Even to counter, like, Aether Vial. Why do I have 2 Mental Missteps? Oh, I took out a Hurkyl's Recall? Yeah, that's right. Those were my adjustments. I don't really have anything to bring in. I guess we can get rid of the Force of Negation for Mental Misstep. This can at least counter Ether Vial and sometimes counter the 1-drops. Chalice of the Void is bad too. What do I bring? I guess a random creature. Is there anything? Oh, there was Huntmaster of the Fells. We can tap that thing down. We can tap down the wolf tokens. So there is some green. And the rest is okay, I guess. I think that's it. All right. Let's move on to game 2. I have a hand with a curve. What can I say? Can't throw it away. Now that we're playing 2X Modern, I have this wave of relief in regards to like Reflector Mage into like Phantasmal Image copying Reflector Mage. You know, we know that we're not going to get like super blown out by interactions like that because the odds of it happening are just not that high. Just a heads up, Sky Spider's letting me know that this is one of the few decks that she could build without buying stuff. Hopefully it doesn't look like it's budget. I mean, clearly playing with some real stuff here. I will, just in case she has like Mental Misstep of her own, because it's free, anyone can play that, I'll play Cavern of Souls and cast my Curse Catcher. It might be foolish to play that island. Alright, but no turn 1 play is good. And our hand is diversified against... What on earth is this? Flying. Lands on the battlefield and land cards in graveyards can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponents control, and your opponent can't play land cards from graveyards. Okay, that's fine. But honestly, a 2/3 flyers have been annoying. Like, I'm going to play a Lord here, and it's just not going to matter. Can't do anything. I don't think there's any merfolk out there on the human side. Just considering maybe playing Master of the Pearl Trident. Oh, is there an island here? Nope. Okay, no island. No island, no attack. That's how we're operating today. Cannot be to the target of spells or abilities. Also cannot be the target of spells or abilities. So I can't target the lands with Mare Reejery is what you're telling me. Meddling Mage, okay. What's the name? Oh! I've been nailed. Alright. So now what do I do? Oh, that was a really good top deck. That was incredibly good. So I get to play a Lord anyway on curve. Well, how about this? Let's attack with the Curse Catcher because I don't mind trading. Like, this can't block by itself, but if there's a double block, we don't mind losing the Meddling Mage for this 1 mana card. 1 mana for 2 mana, plus, I mean, that thing's locking away our Master of the Pearl Trident. Not good. And now we might actually see some play out of Merfolk Sovereign where I get to make just a creature unblockable. Would be really nice. I don't have to worry about it getting blocked at all. It's like almost like built-in Island Walk here. The beautiful clamshell Merfolk Sovereign. This card might be really good in the format. Oh, General Kudro. So this is the Lord. Sacrifice 2 humans, destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. Though that's unfortunate, because Master of Waves will be 4 power. And now things are harder to attack into. Well, that is interesting. So, I think what I'm thinking about is we attack with Mutavault, Curse Catcher, and Lord of Atlantis, but I'm going to give Lord of Atlantis, make it unblockable. I can target my card. I can target my creatures, right? Just this is just lands will have protection. And then if there's any block on the Curse Catcher or Mutavault, we Trickster the Kudro to make sure that we kill something, if not a lot of things. I have 2 Lords out. This is a 4/4. This is only 4 power. Well, I guess any double block on either of these is going to be... Well, double block on here. It only has to be a single block. I win if there's a single block, but double block I kill Meddling Mage anyway, so maybe I won't actually play the Trickster. Alright, so let's see what happens. I have a relatively good attack here, so I'm going to take advantage of it. And we'll make Lord of Atlantis unblockable. Don't have to think about this. Alright. Make it blocks. Block at will. Alright, so this is where we're gonna get some nice advantage. I hope this isn't bugged. Because I remember when I trickstered a... When someone trickstered my Lord, it didn't lose the effect. Okay, it works now. Sky Spider says, saw it coming, but took the chance anyway. You know what? If you're behind, you have to take the chance. Like, what are you going to do? Take 7 damage? Whew. Basically, I have victory on the battlefield as it is. It's got to be something like, ooh, look at that. That's actually a pretty good... This is a really good human card. Whenever it attacks target creature defending player controls, loses all abilities, and has base power, toughness 0/1. I used to play that in mono blue tempo, in standard. Given, well, now here's the interesting thing. The mana base for humans is clearly more flawed in 2X Modern. And I don't mean flawed in a bad way, but like, you know, it's more... They're forced to play islands if you're a humans player, which is very advantageous for the merfolk player. She says that she knows playing the island means she's lost, but whatever, she wants to, you know... Player cards. I'll play a second Lord of Atlantis. We go in for the big attack. So that is like a huge difference between playing a 2X Modern and playing regular Modern. In regular Modern, humans can get away with never playing like an island because they have enough unclaimed territories and Cavern of Souls. So that's a huge downgrade for the humans player. Humans does not work in this format, I feel. Would you like to try again? Alright, we're going to have a second match. This is with her more casual build. So, yeah, this is all bonus from here as far as I'm concerned. I will mull this hand. We have no lands. Yeah, this hand sucks, but we'll keep it. I guess we'll get rid of Waterlogged Grove because it'll deal... maybe we should... No, do you know what? Let's get rid of Chalice of the Void because this is... I mean, it might be good in this matchup, but it might not. Especially on the draw. Oh, so this is maybe another humans, but mono white. Well, I have a Dismember. I have a Dismember, I know how to use it. I think this is mono white humans. Well, what am I going to do with this Dismember? I guess kill whatever the next thing is that comes out. I don't really want to dismember this. There's got to be something bigger than the Thraben Inspector. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may gain a life. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under an opponent's control, you may have that player lose 1 life. Well, that's got to go. That is not going to live another turn. But, you know, I'm under a lot of pressure as it is. This is a pretty crappy card to bounce. Ugh. Is it worth it? Okay, so maybe it's worth it. I can Harbinger, next turn play Sovereign, attack, then copy the Sovereign, and then maybe tempo our opponent out. But this is like a pretty bad... I have just nothing else to do at the turn. I mean, I could hold up Brazen Borrower, but I would like to, get on the battlefield. Now, I could opt to not bounce it, but we're going to bounce it. We're going to bounce the Inspector. I would like to remind everyone that Sky Spider did get a 5-0 with humans. Or was it soldiers in Pioneer? Is this a soldier? This is not a soldier. This is not even a human. This is something scary. Scary priest. Heliod. Oh, God. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Another target creature gains lifelink until end of turn. Okay, so there could be the Ballista combo in this thing. Which I am... Can they go off? Ballista for 1. No, they could Ballista for 2, but they have to wait a turn. Alright, I drew an island, which actually is nice. But if there's Walking Ballista in this deck, this card is very vulnerable. So, position's not too bad. Like, we do have Brazen Borrower up if we need to. I mean, we can play 2 things next turn. Okay. So, enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact or enchantment card from among them, put it into your hand, put the rest on the bottom. This is like Devotion, basically. Actually, I could copy this. You may reveal an artifact or enchantment. I guess I don't really have anything good to grab. Yeah, I took a heap of damage. I could copy it. Okay, what did put Heliod Sun Crowned into their hand? So that was a crappy hit. Yeah, I gotta be careful how much damage I take, but gains lifelink until end of turn. Okay, I gotta be careful. Okay, so I'm just gonna attack. Do I give my opponent the option to block? Yes. I don't want this thing on the battlefield. I just don't. I could make Harbinger unblockable, but I want to give my opponent somehow the chance to make a mistake and block. I guess one other thing is if somehow this thing dies, I have a blocker for Heliod. Okay, let's see an amazing turn out of our opponent. A lot of Devotion. But only 2 cards left in hand because the other 2, one of them is Heliod. Okay, this has flying. That's unfortunate. It's a Raven's Inspector. Clues to crack. Okay, I at least have... Okay, I can Phantasmal Image copy Master of Waves, and I can also Brazen Borrower one of the flyers. But I have to deal a lot of damage. I do have to deal a lot of damage. Surprised this wasn't made. Well, I guess my opponent needs something on blocking duty. Target creature's gonna get a counter. Yep. Alright. Okay, I have another option here. I can just hard cast Brazen Borrower as a blocker. Have more Devotion on the battlefield. Maybe that doesn't matter. just gonna have to go wide. Unfortunately, everything on the battlefield is gonna get like lifelink. Or almost everything. So the fortunate thing is not a lot of these elementals can be blocked very well. Okay, I'll make Master of Waves unblockable, attack with basically all these. And hope this is enough. It's tough. There's going to be 2 free blocks, but the rest of them are not free. So I'll get in a pretty decent chunk of damage. Is this lethal? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Okay, so it's lethal, but there's only 1 chump block that needs to be made. Oh, this thing has first strike. Okay, so there was... I did not get in nearly as much damage as I thought I was going to get in. Okay, whatever. I'll just let it happen. Opponent took a lot of damage. Hopefully it will be lethal next turn, but like I said, everything can get lifelink this turn. Okay, Plains, good. So my opponent has basically 2 cards in hand because they'll crack the clue. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may gain a life. Okay, so I need to... I don't know what I'm hoping for. No Ballista, that's for sure. Walking Ballista is just a snap win. Worship. That is awkward. Because I have the answer, but I have to deal with these flying creatures first. I do have another Brazen Borrower in this deck, though. Oh, I also have Cryptic Command. Lifelink, lifelink. Ah, I'm at 6 life. It's just too little. I need 1 more life point. Which one do I guess this one. Well, we are dead, basically. Like, I can't win from here. Until I bounce the Worship. We do have a Castle Vantress. But I have until next turn. No, I do. I actually have another turn. I can block this Arcanist Owl. Come on, Brazen Borrower or Cryptic Command. That is neither of those things. So let's sacrifice this right now. To dig for our answer. Well, that is not the answer. So... Okay, I will attack with Master of Waves and to make it unblockable with Merfolk Sovereign. Just to, like, deal damage. And then we'll flash in Brazen Borrower to block the Arcanist's Owl, and then we need to top deck. If we don't die this turn, because we certainly can out of nowhere. It's one last... oh no, we know the card. Yeah, we know this card. There aren't any unknowns here. Nothing that has trample, fortunately. This can be targeted. The lands cannot. Okay, so we have to cast our Brazen Borrower. Block. Brazen Borrower cannot block a lot of things, but it can block that. Here's a good question. Can I, like... I'm not even sure if drawing Brazen Borrower will even do it right now. Because Sky Spider could just make all the appropriate blocks, give everything lifelink. Like, I'm facing a lot of lifelink. I mean, I'm attacking for a lot, but that's a lot of lifelink. I need Cryptic Command. Cryptic Command can bounce and tap all the creatures. Cryptic? No. Alright, go to game 2. What do I want here? Mental Misstep looks good again. Well, I mean, this is another creature deck, so... Deprive might actually be good here. Was there anything I could tap down with Tidebinder Mage? There's just blue and white stuff, so I guess not. Oh, this has to be good. Shuts off Heliod and Walking Ballista. Was there anything else? I don't know, but this is probably a good card to bring in. We'll take out Chalice of the Void, and we take out... Where's my card view? Chalice of the Void looks no good. Force Negation looks pretty bad. All right, so I think that those are clean changes. Damping Matrix might also screw me over because I have a lot of activated abilities in this deck. I have nothing in here. I have a Harbinger of the Tides and a Dismember. And I'm on the play. I think I should mulligan this. But, well, these pain lands are also very painful. Yeah, I'll mulligan for a better hand. This hand's not really better, but I guess I'll keep it. I'm going to get rid of the image because I don't have anything good to copy right now. Unless Sky Spider plays like something really good on turn 1. This actually might be way more difficult to play against because I don't have built-in Island Walk, and also... Well, there was a main deck Warship. Do I want to... I'm not going to dismember this. Be a little bit more wise with what I do. So I'm going to be like a... Actually, hold on. I could bounce this, which is not ridiculous. No, okay. If they play Thalia, I'll bounce the clue. Like Thalia, Guardian of Thraben. Don't know if it's in their deck, but... There's a chance. Did not want to play into Merfolk Trickster. Oh, didn't want to play anything at all. I guess I do nothing. You don't want to do anything with your turn? I don't want to do anything with my turn. I don't think there's anything I can do with Fairy Conclave for a little while, so I'm just going to hold it back. I think I'm just going to play like Brazen Borrowers. Whatever my opponent does, just let him do it, and then I'm going to dismember. I'm going to play Brazen Borrower and then dismember whatever creature entered the battlefield. Unless it's a Heliod. In that case, I won't do anything. Knight of the White Orchid. Okay. You get to put a Plains card onto the battlefield. Creatures your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under an opponent's control, you gain a life. So we have to cast our creature now. I mean, Nykthos is a danger as well, but we'll see what happens. But only 2 in the deck. Remember, only 2. This is 2X Modern. So I can't... This is late. So I can't tell if my position is good or bad yet. It's okay. You don't have reach, right? Given that there's no lifelink, I have a decent clock in the air. Path to Exile. That's definitely worth mental misstepping, and I really wish I'm not paying life for this. That also telegraphs I have something to play here. Maybe I should have done it. I mean, I could bounce something. That's worth dismembering for sure. But then that's worth dismembering too. How much damage am I going to take here? I'm going to take 5, go to 12. Okay. They're going to be a little bit more reserved though. I'm just going to take... You know, maybe I should bounce something, because if... I should just dismember now. It's 4 on 4, so I can bounce this. Because if I play the Brazen Borrower... Like, I just don't want to... I want to play Brazen Borrower, but then there's going to be another trigger. So maybe it's better to bounce, dismember on this turn. It will keep my life total as high as possible. Also keep Devotion on the battlefield as low as possible. Oh no, I did that wrong. No, I can't dismember the Heliod yet. I guess I can do it next turn. This is very poor right now. Don't have a Merfolk to sacrifice. Yeah, let's just attack for 5 in the air. This might have been silly. I should just hold up the Brazen Borrower. Okay, I have to wait to dismember something now. Having an extra 3/1 creature on the battlefield would be a hell lot better. Oh, and I played an extra land. I should just keep it at 4. Okay, with this trigger on the stack, I'm going to dismember Heliod. Now, this I would still say this classifies as a human deck. A lot of humans in here. Mono white humans, definitely a lot harder to beat than, what's it called? Bant humans. But what is in your hand? You're not really playing anything. Just a million Heliods? Okay, Ether Vial. That makes some sense. Yeah, I should really have got this Brazen Borrower out over this. It's not very important. So I'm going to take an extra 2 damage. My opponent gains a life. My opponent's just going to gain perpetual life anyway because of Authority of the Consulate, I believe. This might help me. Okay, anyway, Brazen Borrower cannot block anything on the ground. Let's go. See, I really should have a Brazen Borrower on the battlefield right now, attacking for at least one more point of damage. I really should have just killed that Heliod when I could have on the turn before. Scavenger Ground is interesting. That lets me hold up the Harbinger or the Brazen Borrower pending what happens here. So I have some tempo plays. We got some tempo plays up our sleeves. Although I have to say my opponent's gaining a lot of life. Castle Ardenvale is also going to contribute to that very soon. I need a Master of Waves. That's what I need. Oh, that's brutal. This guarantees Master of Waves will kill me. So I guess this is a good time to just get this thing in play. I mean, this, I don't know what we call this. I mean, it could be considered, ooh, Lurrus, you know. Screw Lurrus being a companion. Just have Lurrus as a creature. Because why not? Why not just hardcast Lurrus as an actual creature? But I think for anyone who is like in, this is not exactly Death and Taxes, but if you're in like the mono white sort of realm, I think this would be up your sleeve. I could still definitely call this like a humans deck. Mono white humans. All right, I have an attack. Like, I have stuff to attack with. 2 Harbinger of the Tides. I don't have good things to bounce, though. I have, like, really bad stuff to bounce. On top of that, Lurrus is going to bring something back. I mean, Lurrus is going to bring Heliod back from the graveyard. Bouncing either of these things do not matter. Alright, let's attack for 6. I mean, basically the writing's on the wall. I am definitely going to lose this. Okay, my opponent knows about one of these Harbinger of the Tides. I'm going to bounce nothing, because it's not to my advantage to bounce anything. I mean, I guess I could bounce the Soul Warden. No, Soul Warden will trigger this thing. Okay, so what's going to happen here? Okay, hold on, I have to target something. I'll say no in the end, but I have to target something. Is there going to be like a massive combo next turn after Heliod enters the battlefield? Because that's sort of what I'm thinking. Because you gain life. Okay, hold on. Enter creature enters the battlefield. You gain life. This triggers. No, I guess there's just going to be a bunch of triggers, but there's no actual, like... Oh, hold on. I know! Okay, hold on. Draw a step. Hold on. I can actually exile the graveyard. I just realized that. So this is going to be for 3. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. I go to 4. Well, it's asking for a lot, but I do have to get rid of the graveyards because this Heliod, I can't beat this Heliod. I can't beat a lot of things here. I am doomed. My hands in game 2 were a little too interactive. I needed the beef. I needed the creature part of my deck. Game 1, I had a lot of creatures. Oh no. Oh. Here we go again. We're Walking Ballista. If there was ever a losing board state I've ever seen, this is definitely it. It's classic Walking Ballista versus my Brazen Borrowers. I'm surprised that was the target. You could kill this and kill me, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, and I'm effectively dead because I cannot play another creature for the rest of the game. Oh, I see. Okay, you sacrifice anyway. So what can I do now? A million cryptic commands? No, that's it. Good games. So, that is another edition of 2X Modern. What do you think? Do you think the games are fair? The games are pretty fair. Look, this is very extremely fair Magic. We're enjoying ourselves, and I understand a lot of people out there, you're interested in 2X Modern and what possibilities there could be. This was as far as I'm concerned, this was a what we were up against was sort of a transitioned Pioneer deck into Modern with some upgrades. Very good upgrades, by the way. You get access to things like Suture Priest and Soul Warden. And the deck was dangerous. Absolutely, the deck was dangerous. Definitely a lot harder to beat than the Hollowed Fountain Humans deck. So 2X Modern is definitely possible, and a lot of people have been asking me about this format. All right, we have a few more games. It was really interesting. So if you want more, you should give a like. Also share it with other people who you would think would be interested in this format. Remember, no ban list. We haven't banned anything yet. Where we took Eye of Ugin off the ban list, but anyway, very interesting format. A lot of people are interested in it, to the extent that I'm getting more people challenging me in this format. I'm more than interested in accepting the challenges. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. So anyway, we're going to thank all my patrons supporting me on Patreon, also the subscribers subscribing on Twitch, and we're going to thank our sponsor, themanabase.com. This has been Nikachu, Merfolk Master, playing Mono Blue Merfolk in 2X Modern.